Imagine a world with fewer birds singing in the trees, fewer fish swimming in the oceans, fewer butterflies fluttering through meadows. This is the world we face if we don't protect endangered animals. Losing any species, no matter how small, weakens the web of life. It disrupts the balance of nature that keeps our planet healthy. It makes our world a less vibrant, less resilient place. We must act now to prevent this loss. Each species plays a vital role in its ecosystem. From the tiniest insects to the largest mammals, every creature has a unique function that contributes to the balance of nature. This intricate web of life is what keeps our planet thriving and resilient. Predators like tigers and wolves keep prey populations in check, ensuring healthy ecosystems. Without these apex predators, prey species could overpopulate, leading to overgrazing and the depletion of vegetation. This, in turn, affects other species that rely on those plants for food and shelter. Pollinators like bees and butterflies help plants reproduce, which is essential for our food supply. They transfer pollen from one flower to another, enabling the growth of fruits, vegetables, and nuts. Without these diligent workers, many of the foods we take for granted would become scarce. Even the smallest creatures like insects and microorganisms contribute to the health of our planet. Ants aerate the soil, allowing water and nutrients to reach plant roots. Microorganisms break down organic matter, recycling nutrients back into the ecosystem. These tiny beings are the unsung heroes of our environment. When we lose one species, it can have a ripple effect throughout the entire ecosystem. The loss of a single tree can disrupt the habitat for countless organisms. Coral reefs, which support a vast array of marine life, are particularly vulnerable to changes in their environment. This can lead to the decline of other species, including humans. As ecosystems become unbalanced, resources like food and water become scarce. This scarcity can lead to conflicts and displacement, affecting human communities around the world. We rely on healthy ecosystems for clean air, fresh water, and fertile soil. Forests act as the lungs of our planet, filtering pollutants and producing oxygen. Wetlands purify water and provide flood control. Healthy soil is the foundation of agriculture, supporting the crops that feed us. Protecting endangered animals is not just about saving them, it's about saving ourselves. Conservation efforts help maintain the balance of ecosystems, ensuring that we continue to benefit from the natural resources they provide. By safeguarding wildlife, we are also preserving the health and well-being of future generations.
One of the biggest threats to endangered animals is habitat loss. This issue is becoming more severe as human activities continue to encroach on natural environments. As humans continue to expand our footprint on the planet, we are destroying the homes of countless species. Urban sprawl is one of the primary culprits, with cities and towns growing larger and larger, often at the expense of the natural world. Forests are cleared for agriculture, mining, and development. These activities not only remove the trees that many animals rely on for shelter and food, but also disrupt entire ecosystems. The loss of forests means the loss of biodiversity, which has far-reaching consequences for the planet. Wetlands are drained for housing and infrastructure. These areas are crucial for many species, providing breeding grounds and rich feeding areas. When wetlands are destroyed, the animals that depend on them are left without vital resources. This destruction leaves animals with nowhere to live, nowhere to find food, and nowhere to raise their young. Displaced wildlife often struggles to survive, leading to increased mortality rates and a decline in population numbers. It is a major driver of species extinction. When habitats are destroyed, the delicate balance of ecosystems is disrupted, making it difficult for species to adapt and survive. This leads to a tragic loss of biodiversity and the permanent disappearance of unique species. We must find ways to coexist with wildlife and protect their habitats. Conservation efforts are essential in preserving the natural world. By creating protected reserves and promoting sustainable practices, we can help ensure that wildlife has a chance to thrive alongside human development. It is our responsibility to safeguard the planet for future generations, both human and animal alike.
Another major threat to endangered animals is poaching and the illegal wildlife trade. Animals are killed for their body parts, which are used in traditional medicine, fashion, or as status symbols. Elephants are poached for their ivory tusks. Rhinos are killed for their horns. This cruel and unsustainable trade is pushing many species to the brink of extinction. We must strengthen laws, increase enforcement, and reduce demand for wildlife products to combat this threat.
Section 5. Pollution, poisoning our planet. Pollution is another serious threat to endangered animals. Industrial waste, agricultural runoff, and plastic pollution are poisoning our air, water, and soil. This contamination can harm wildlife in many ways, from causing birth defects to weakening immune systems. We must reduce our reliance on harmful chemicals and develop sustainable practices that do not pollute the environment. Our actions have consequences for wildlife, and we must take responsibility for the health of our planet.
Section 6. Climate change. A growing threat. Climate change is a growing threat to endangered animals. Rising temperatures, changing rainfall patterns, and extreme weather events are already impacting wildlife populations. Some species are struggling to adapt to these changes, while others are losing their habitats altogether. We must address climate change urgently to protect endangered animals and preserve the planet for future generations. Reducing greenhouse gas emissions and investing in renewable energy are crucial steps to mitigate this global threat.
Section 7. Safe havens. Protecting wild places. One of the most effective ways to protect endangered animals is to create protected areas. National parks, wildlife refuges, and marine sanctuaries provide safe havens for wildlife to thrive. These areas also help to conserve biodiversity and maintain healthy ecosystems. We must expand and strengthen protected areas to ensure that future generations can enjoy the wonders of the natural world. Supporting organisations that work to conserve land and protect wildlife is crucial in this endeavour.
Section 8. Laws and enforcement fighting for animals. Strong laws and effective enforcement are essential for protecting endangered animals. Laws that prohibit poaching, habitat destruction, and the trade in endangered species are crucial deterrents. But laws are only effective if they are enforced. We need more rangers on the ground to patrol protected areas, apprehend poachers, and protect wildlife. We also need to strengthen international cooperation to combat the illegal wildlife trade.
Section 9. Our shared future. Every action counts. In a world where every action has a ripple effect, it's crucial to remember that our daily choices shape the future of our planet. From the simple act of planting a tree to organizing community cleanups, each effort contributes to a larger cause. The fate of endangered animals is in our hands. These magnificent creatures, from the smallest insects to the largest mammals, rely on us for their survival. Our actions, whether positive or negative, directly impact their habitats and their chances of thriving in the wild. Every action we take, no matter how small, can make a difference. Simple habits like recycling, using reusable bags, and conserving energy by turning off lights when not in use collectively contribute to a healthier environment. These small steps, when multiplied by millions of people, can lead to significant change. We can choose to support sustainable businesses, reduce our carbon footprint, and embrace eco-friendly alternatives. Opting for products that are environmentally friendly, biking to work instead of driving, and installing solar panels on our homes are just a few ways we can make a positive impact. And advocate for wildlife conservation. By supporting conservation efforts, signing petitions, and raising awareness about the plight of endangered species, we can drive change and ensure that these animals have a fighting chance. We can also support organizations working to protect endangered animals and their habitats. Volunteering at animal rescue centers, donating to wildlife sanctuaries, and participating in conservation programs are all ways to contribute to this vital cause. By working together, we can create a future where wildlife thrives and our planet is healthy. Collaboration and community efforts are key to building a sustainable future. When people from all walks of life come together with a shared goal, the possibilities are endless. The time to act is now. With the clock ticking and the urgency of the situation becoming more apparent, it's imperative that we take immediate action. Protesting for climate action, educating the younger generation, and planting trees are just a few ways to make a difference. Let's be the generation that saves endangered animals and preserves our planet's incredible biodiversity for generations to come. Together, we can leave a legacy of a thriving, vibrant planet for our children and grandchildren. Every action counts, and it's up to us to make those actions meaningful and impactful.